Okay, for the Year 9 number patterns micro test, you've got to be able to find the formula and the sort of 20th term of a number pattern. So if you look at the number pattern we've got now, it's clear that between each number they're going up in fours. Because they're going up in fours, we're going to write down the 4 times table. Make sure you line it up with the numbers you've got. Because it's a 4 times table, we'll label that row 4n. So this is 4 times by 1, 4 times by 2, 4 times by 3, and so on. If you can then spot what you do to that bottom row to get the top row, what do you do to 20 to get 16? You've got to make sure the same thing works with what you do to 16 to get to 32, what you do to 4 to get to 20. You add 16, that's what you do. So there, the rule for that number pattern is 4n add 16. Now sometimes we call this the nth term, and it's denoted T with a little n down there, 4n plus 16. So if it asks you for a rule or a formula, that's what they're looking for. If you had to find the 10th term in the sequence, what you do then is just replace the n with the 10. So if I want to know what the 10th number in the pattern was, I'd do 4 times by 10 plus 16, which is 40 plus 16, that's 56. So if we just do another one so you've got the idea, if we had a number pattern that was going 17, 20, 23, 26, 29, and you spot they're going up 3 each time, we'll write the 3 times table down, and we'll label that 3n, because it's a 3 times table, it's 3 times by the counting numbers. Then you say, okay, what do I do to get from that 3n row to the row I started with? And if you can spot that you add 14 each time, that means the rule for this number pattern is 3n plus 14. And sometimes that will be written down T with a little n down there, is 3n plus 14. So if you wanted to find out what the 20th number was in that pattern, you'd do 3 lots of 20 plus 14, 60 plus 14, 74. The other thing to think of is if they go up but not by the same amount each time. So if you have a number pattern like this, where that's gone up by 3, that's gone up by 5, that's gone up by 7, that's gone up by 9, what we've done so far won't work. It's a good bet that square numbers will be involved. If you write down the square numbers, that's 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4, 5 times 5, and we'll label those n squared. Ask yourself, what do you do to these numbers to get the numbers at the top? Here you can see it's just adding 1. So the rule here is n squared plus 1, or Tn, to use the notation you may see, is n squared plus 1. One final thing can happen, and that's if you have numbers that are going down a fixed amount each time. So here they're going down in 5 each time. Because it's 5 each time, write the 5 times table down, label that 5n, because it's a 5 times table, and then look at each of these pairs of numbers. You should be able to spot something about each pair of those numbers. They're adding up to 25. 15 and 10 makes 25, 10 and 15, 5 and 20, 0 and 25. 25 is clearly important here. And the rule for this one would be 25, take away the 5n. Take away because they're going down. So we could write that as Tn is 25 minus 5n. So for example, if you now wanted to find the 10th number in that pattern, you'd do 25, take away 5 lots of 10, which would be 25, take away 50, minus 25 would be the 10th number in that pattern.